no complaining.
The video is supposed to be a quote-unquote commentary and correct my wrongdoings, but I can't call this a commentary. I can't even call this a rant video. This is straight up a truth.
Oh, how I wish this was a thing in real life. It'd be so much fun. Hi, I'm Kamen. So, in case you haven't noticed on my channel, I've been attempting to get away from drama. Unfortunately, by doing so, I've isolated myself pretty well from these sorts of videos. And I gotta admit, I do kinda miss it. After all, there are things I could have talked about and things I did want to give my opinion about, such as the Sonic93 drama. But I haven't talked about it mainly because there's been a slew of videos that came out responding to her commentary. Well, I say commentary because it's probably one of the worst commentaries I've ever seen. I've seen my own video, so that is saying something. If you're not familiar with this whole debacle or decided, like me, to hide under a rock for the past few months from drama, this whole thing started up a couple years ago over a Sonic character named Silver.
Second part of the mini rant series regarding of justifying myself of the drama last year. If any of you have—
What are you doing? Yep, all of this over a Sonic character. Now, you may be wondering—
just raises too many questions.
Well, my good friend, initially there was no drama, because when the whole debacle happened initially, Sonic93 didn't respond. But then, out of nowhere, like a flash of lightning, a year later, mind you, to respond to one of her haters, whom she deemed to be a troll.
I can't call this a commentary. I can't even call this a rant video. This is straight up a troll video.
Look, I know I'm not the fastest person to talk about a topic, but even for me, unless it's a joke or a whole slew of my fans wanted it, I wouldn't touch a drama that was well over a year old. On the internet, that's like going back to the Cretaceous period, or going back to the 80s.
How old did you say you were, Fossil?
So already we've reached issues of the video that are already petty enough to make me want to commit harikari. So, how much worse could it possibly get?
Oh, it could get worse. A lot worse.
Red-colored Spyro? What are you—
Cut the crap, manga. You know why I'm here.
Fine, fine. We're here to talk about a Sonic van, something I never thought I'd actually do on my channel. Now I feel complete.
Welcome to the community of rants and commenters where we're all at each other's throats over the smallest of things. Whether it be franchises, characters, or drama that's an honest-to-God year old, we've got you covered.
And next we'll be selling you these rust-proof knives that can cut through cans.
Yeah, Wait, we what?
Order now in the next 5 minutes and we'll send you one of Junkie's used gym socks for no cost at all.
I don't even go to the gym, manga.
But enough of the melodramatics and possibly making the fans want to steal clothes from us. You mentioned how this Sonic93 business was getting worse? Even more so than when she decided to make a video on Dumbsville, even though that's probably just pouring more gasoline onto the tire fire that is this situation?
More like applying C4 and obliterating someone's car after they keyed up your own car. That's what I described this situation as.
Well, don't leave us in suspense, Dragon Boy. What could make this situation even worse?
Oh, I don't know, Mango. How's about throwing your own friend under the bus during the middle of a commentary response? Completely disregard the criticism she's received from others as hate, and to top it all off, continue to add more to this dumpster fire of a situation by throwing Dumbsville out here onto the curb and expect everyone to take what you say seriously.
I mean, seriously, how can you expect me to take this—
Ow, my freaking ear!
While keeping yourself from going deaf.
So, basically the mentality of anyone who does the cliched, "the commentary community is garbage" video.
Actually, yes. Yeah, that's actually a very good analogy.
Well, that certainly explains those massive dislike bars. Man, I wish YouTube didn't get rid of the red coloring for those. Then we'd know for sure that Sonic93 was on the dark side.
Execute Order 66.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure at least one of you might be thinking, well gee, this whole situation seems like an honest-to-God shitfest. How can we get out of it?
Or for the aspiring commentator who might find themselves in similar situations, this is M&J's Commentary Survival Guide.
Wait, why am I second fiddle?
I drew the thumbnail, I came up with the idea for this video, and I'll probably be editing this damn thing. No complaining! Tip number 1. Spoiled goods. Much like if the food you're eating has turned blue and has mold and mushrooms growing on it, the same can apply to material or drama that's a bit old. You don't want to touch it. It's better not to bring up year-old drama. After all, as stated earlier, doing this sort of thing can make you come off as pretty petty and immature, and you don't want to come off like this.
It was so offensive.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
You mean like what you just did with that dated reference?
Shut up! No, that isn't to say you can't do this. If you're going to go over a trend of behavior, doing a retrospective, or you're not taking this uber serious and doing it just for jokes, those are appropriate reasons to cover old drama.
Hell, I did that with my old shitty videos. It's kind of fun, actually. Give it a try.
Tip number 2. Why so serious?
That's ketchup from your lunch earlier, dude.
Joke's on you, that's Stromboli.
What we're trying to say is, if you plan on making a video about drama that happened, I don't know, like a year ago, at least tone down the serious attitude back a couple notches before doing it.
Definitely will never understand how someone I thought would believe my words over some garbage of a video and genuinely give me constructive criticism and how blunt.
Nuts to you!
Comes off as obsessive if you try to cover it with an honest-to-God straight face. Too long, didn't read, learn to laugh at yourself.
I can't even say that in the case of Sonic93, she'd have the excuse of, it took me this long to get this video made. I mean, just looking at the video, the quality certainly doesn't reflect that. The quality of her points don't reflect that, especially since near the beginning of her video, she outright claims that she doesn't have proof for a few of her points.
And most importantly, have proof of their behavior. Sadly, I can't provide evidences because I consider and still consider her as a troll and didn't want to give her my reaction as she obviously wanted or expected me to give. So I removed the comments she made. More details on that later.
So, I spin my head right round baby like the record now, baby. Tip number 3. Learn to argument. So, let's say you decide to cover the topic that's a year old. Fine. Let's say you want to talk about it in a serious matter. Fine. Let's at least admit, for the love of Alfredo pasta, cut out the fluff. Cut out the stuff that doesn't really matter to the situation. And don't go on tangents. You're already on an uphill battle to get people to actually side with you on what is essentially a dead horse topic.
For example, Ruth, in the middle of responding to Alduin, she brings up Amy-chan. All because Alduin named her off when she was describing what the two ended up doing later on in life aside from YouTube videos. It's random, it's not needed, and it made the video way longer than it needed to be.
Here's a good idea. Have a point.
Really? Another reference comment? I don't even know where the fuck this is from.
Oh, you know me, Junkie. I love my references.
Oh, another reference we don't get. You must be a hardcore loser.
How the hell did you hack my computer to do that? Tip number 4. For the love of all that's holy, just stop!
I like that channel.
So for this tip to work, you pretty much have to ignore all the other tips before this because this is a last-ditch effort to save whatever dignity you may have left. If your video gets a ton of flack, has a ton of people responding to it, and even your own audience is against you, do not continue. I know this is common sense, but...
Tip number 5. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, for the love of God, let it go. I mean, I get that getting a bandwagon thrown onto you is really shitty and whatnot, but when you're sitting there, fueling that said bandwagon with even more crap that comes out of your mouth, you'll only make it worse for yourself.
Ear bleeding Frozen references aside, it's fine to respond to criticism, especially if you think it's invalid, blown out of proportion, or even rudely delivered. Trust me, from my own experience, it's something that even those who have done this for years have trouble with. But take this to heart. Consider how you respond. The last thing you want to do is give people more ammo in order to paint you as a crazy person who somehow broke into Best Buy, stole a laptop, ran the McDonald's, hooked it up to the free Wi-Fi, and decided to make hours worth of content just to get shat on for doing so.
That's oddly specific.
Hey, that's what Ninja said in his autobiography.
Well, if... Wait, are you serious? Legit?
And those are our tips on surviving this kind of drama.
Hey, don't just ignore me like that, you Mr. Skull son of a...
So this is the point where I would end the video, but since I dunked on Sonic93, I do want to address something that I think has been important and do it in a much more serious manner. I recently sat down and looked over the screenshots that Dumbsville revealed with his conversation with Sonic93, and I've got a couple of thoughts here and there. First off, I do have a slight criticism of Dumbsville, and that's the whole I couldn't have gotten a proper perspective from you because there was no possible way that I could have contacted you, nor would have felt comfortable contacting you otherwise. Didn't know that you had a different side to the story. Now, while I do understand where you're coming from here, Dumbsville, in case you're watching this, I do think that right there is a bit of an excuse. I'm not going to be fully on your tail for this because I don't know you personally, but honestly, when you're doing a video that talks about issues like these, I think there should at least have been an attempt to contact the party you're talking about, since there's usually things that go against your preconceived notions. Plus, it never hurts to show some interest in wanting to get another perspective on the issues, at least if you're going the route you did. Now, being the guy who likes to be fair, I do have to say that Sonic93 does have a point that you should have at least attempted to reach out to her. That being said, I'm still willing to side with Dumbsville since Sonic93 is being kinda, well, unreasonable. Because this drama was dead. Sonic93 should have taken this opportunity to actually, you know, talk to Dumbsville privately. Like, there was no real reason to make a video on this, especially when you've got the person you've got issues with right in front of you and they're willing to talk. During the fact she's claiming that Alduin and Dumbsville are the cause of her losing her reputation, when this whole situation could have easily been avoided by not responding to the drama, especially since there were ways to get past this issue with Dumbsville, such as doing a live stream air out the issues of this. It's a simple way to talk about this and do some sort of way to express issues in a clear and calm manner. Even if there were good points in Sonic93's video about Dumbsville, it's bogged down by the fact that these issues had passed and that it's unnecessary to talk about. Hell, showing that these things didn't bug you would actually be a better solution, since it shows that petty little dramas like this doesn't get under your skin. And funny enough, by doing that, it shows that people won't be able to get to you. By making a huge stink of this in video format, you're handing the reins to people who say that you're being petty or that you hold a grudge over the dumbest of issues. Remember, all this was about a Sonic character, probably the weakest thing to actually start a drama over, since this is a character that doesn't even exist. Is it worth breaking up a bond with someone? Is it worth wasting so many people's time with this? From what I see, apparently it is the Sonic93. But for me, if you excuse me, I've got some other things I want to do. Thank you for watching. I'm MangaKamen, and remember to examine your fan.